Hello, it's Ellen. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you something new, and my goal is to empower you in the kitchen so you can feel confident making homemade meals for your family. Today I'm going to show you how to spatchcock a chicken. Now don't get intimidated by the word. It's just a fancy name for taking the backbone out of a chicken and laying it flat on the pan. And the purpose of laying it flat on the pan is that it helps the chicken stay a little bit more moist because the chicken cooks more evenly with everything at the same level. It also makes it a little bit easier to season, and it's a really beautiful presentation. It's one of my favorite ways to cook up a whole chicken. So here is our whole bird, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip it onto its back. So here's the neck, right there, okay? So the backbone, the thing we're trying to take out, runs the whole length of the neck down to the tail, okay? So all you need to do this is a good pair of kitchen shears, all right? It doesn't even need to be like the most expensive pair of kitchen shears. It just has to be sharp enough to get through the fine bones in the back. Those bones are actually pretty thin and fairly easy to cut through, okay? So all we're gonna do is start at the tail. We're gonna work our way up to the top. Okay, so you're gonna go on one side, feel that bone, okay? You're gonna go on one side, and you're just gonna slowly cut through, staying right next to the backbone because there's a thigh bone right here that's kind of hard to get through if you hit it wrong. Okay, and when you get to this point, you're aiming for right between the neck and the wing. And you're going to go up and just cut through the skin, okay? Right there. All right, so we've opened it up on one side. Now we've just got to go and do the other. All right, we're going to do the same thing. And this spot right here is just a little bit tough right next to the thigh, but keep going. Okay. There we go. And cut through the skin and disconnect the entire thing from the front of the chicken. There it is, okay? Now you can save this piece for broth at the end. Just cook it down with the rest of the carcass after you roast your bird, okay? So at this point, what you can do is you can kind of see it doesn't quite lay flat yet, okay? So we're not quite done. There's one other piece you need to cut in order for it to lay flat. Right here's the wishbone. And what you're gonna do is right at the center of that is some cartilage. So you're gonna take your kitchen shear and just cut right down the center. Once you've cut through that, it'll separate really nicely and you'll be able to push it flat, okay? So now we're going to take our pan right here. You can just take a regular old sheet pan. You can drizzle the bottom with oil, but then flip it backside down, and the whole thing lays really nice and flat like that. See? Look at that. Isn't that cool? So at this point, what you can do, if you'd like to, I'm not going to do this today, but what you can do is take your hand and just kind of stick it up under the skin here. Get on top of the breast. Okay. And then you can just stick your seasonings right up in there. So I like to use like a blend of sage, salt, pepper, olive oil, lemon zest. That's a really nice combo. You can just mix it all together and then stuff it right up under the skin and get the flavors right on your meat. You can do that right at the beginning of the day, let it sit for the day in the fridge, and then cook it at the end and that flavor will have penetrated. This is really a delicious way to prepare your chicken. So when you're ready to bake it, just lay it flat like this, salt and pepper on the top, and then something fun to do, although you don't have to do this, but it makes it look a little bit prettier, is if you take these wings and just tuck them right up over the top, like this. Got to muscle it just a little bit to get them up there, but it just makes it a nicer presentation when it all comes out of the oven. Just like that. To bake this, all you need to do is put your oven at 350 degrees, and a large chicken like this is probably going to take about an hour and a half to cook, but definitely check it and take it out when a meat thermometer inserted in the thickest portion of the meat reads 165 degrees Fahrenheit. That's when your chicken is going to be the most juicy and the most flavorful. So I hope this is really helpful for you guys, and I hope it livens up your weekly meal planning. Have a great day.